All right, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and as part of the Rankin Technical College online AWD or Application and Web Development 1100 C-sharp programming class for the spring 2024 semester. I've been doing a series of videos basically based off of the PowerPoint slides for our textbook, which is Muroc C-sharp 8th edition. Now, in the last lecture, I did this, where I wrote this array program, where you display 25 random numbers in original order, then in ascending order, then in descending order, then the smallest and the largest array elements, the sum of the array elements, and the average of the array elements. I'm going to now attempt to reproduce this as a GUI program. So I'll keep this open, but I am going to come in here and do a add new project. It will be a Windows Forms app. And since that one was Array Console, this will be Array GUI. And there it is. Now this is going to look a little different than some of my programs. And what I mean is, I'm going to make it kind of like that. All right. And let's change the color right away. We'll change the name. So from Form 1, let's call this FRM Array GUI. Yes, we want to change everything. And we will put in here for our text, Chapter 8 Array GUI example. Okay, so we've got that done. Let's change the background color of this. I feel like purple. There we go. I'm going to make a new control here, and it's going to be a list box control. And it's going to hold all 25 of my numbers. Right there. And then next to it, I'm going to have buttons. All right, so let me just bring one up, make it a little wider and a little longer. And I don't know if that's enough or not, but we're going to find out momentarily. All right, so let's see. Here we'll have, let's call this original array. So BTN original array, and this will also say original array. All right, this will say I'm just going to put it for the text in here, sorted ascending. And we will call this BTN sorted ascending. Can't have spaces here though. All right, this will be BTN sorted descending. Okay, this will be, what else did we have? We had largest, smallest, sum, and average. So that's what I'm going to do here. So smallest element, largest element, sum of elements and average of elements. I'm also going to come over here and add 3 more buttons here. Actually, 2 more. I'm going to have a clear and an exit. We'll just put them up here. I'll put them sort of in the middle, I guess. Like that. So this will be clear. And this will be exit. And you may have noticed I'm not worrying about the underscores now. We could do that. I'm just not. Okay. All right, let's move this over. One thing we could do, I guess, let me move these up. There, that's maybe a little cleaner look. Move this over. Let's lock this into place. Now, one thing that's kind of goofy about this, just so you know, I've never figured out a good way to center these. So this is going to look, this will be, left justified. What I can do is I can make this smaller, like that. And my buttons too, I guess, if I wanted to, but so I'm just going to grab this and make this smaller. About like that. That should work just fine. Move these over and move this over. All right, I'm going to highlight everything that's in here and change the font size. I'm going to make it a little smaller than I usually do. I'm going to make it 16 bold and Arial. Yeah, I thought that might happen anyway, so let's see. There we go. All right, that looks good enough. It's not great, but it's not bad. So let's lock it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Lock it. There we go. All right, so let's come in and do what we always do here. So I'm going to view the tab order, and there is nothing there. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Another view tab order. All right, so that's done. Let's click on here. We will not have a cancel button. We will not have we'll have a cancel button. That'll just be our clear. We won't have an accept button. We can. Let's make it the original array. That's fine. All right, and we will set the start position to center screen. Let's run it quickly and look. Oh, we got to make that our active project. So there it is. That looks okay. All right. So there's our original. I'm just going to go and click on each one of these. The ascending, the descending, smallest, largest, sum, average, clear, and exit. There, that's all. All right, let's do the exit first. And again, I will just copy it from an earlier program. There it was. When we clear, all we want to do is just clear the array display. And to do that, we're just going to have the name of the list box, which I didn't change. So let's change that to LST array elements. It's not a great name, but it'll work. And when we clear, we'll say LST array elements dot items dot clear. That's that one. All right. And what do we got left? We need a semicolon there. Average, got our sum. So for the sum, let's do sum of array elements. Okay. For the average, let's do average of array elements. That would be average. This isn't going to work yet because I'm not putting any code in. So this will be find largest array element. This will be find smallest array element. Okay. This will be sort array descending. This will be sort array ascending. And this will be display original array. All right, I'm also going to have one more routine I'm going to write and you'll understand it in a bit, and it's going to be called display copy array. Again, you'll understand that hopefully in just a couple minutes. All right, so I've got all my stubs written. There's no code in any of them, but that's okay. Now, again, I'm going to make my array global. So I'm going to say here int bracket. No. It's got to go down under here. Int bracket numbers equal new array of size 25. In fact, let's put a constant in here. So let's put in a const. So constants. Const int size equal 25. And we'll make this then int bracket numbers equals new array of size. I need, okay, it should be new. Equals new int of size. Okay, so we've got both of those. And I'm going to make my copy also. Int bracket int bracket, and I'm just going to call it copy equals new int of size also. This is going to be the original array. This will be the array we will manipulate. All right. And that should work now for now. Okay, so for the displaying the original array, let's do this. Let's say when the program starts, that means form load, we want to call fill array, which doesn't exist. So we're going to make it right now. All right, so private void fill array. And what are we going to do in there? Well, we're going to do this. Rand equals new random. And then we're going to say numbers. No, we're going to do two, a for loop where we're going to fill it up twice. We're going to fill up both arrays. Fill both arrays with the same 25 random numbers between 1 and 100. There we go. All right, so for int LCV equals 0, LCV less than numbers dot length plus LCV. So what we're going to say is numbers LCV equals rand dot next, and we want it to start at 1 and go to 101. That'll fill up our numbers array. But then we want to copy each element to our copy array. So copy LCV equals numbers LCV. All right. So when we first start, that should fill this up for us. All right. Now let's see if indeed it does, and we'll look at it like this. I'm going to say LST, our list box, array elements dot items dot add numbers LCV. But we want to make sure every time we do this, we want to first clear out whatever is currently in the LST array elements list box. Yeah. Okay, and we do that by just saying numbers dot items dot clear. Now, problem with that is we have to put that in a loop as well. Believe we can't just randomly say that. So numbers dot items dot clear, like that. So what doesn't it like? It's not numbers. Sorry, it's the list box. LST array elements dot items dot clear. All right, let's try it and see when it first starts to run if we have 25 numbers in the box. Okay, there's 25 numbers. All right, and that looks good. I'm going to make these numbers bigger. So I'm going to make this, let's try 22. Let's run it again. Nope, that's too big. So let's try 20. And it's one too big. So let's try to make this thing a little bit bigger here. I'll just make it 19. That's fine. So let's lock it. We'll make this 19. That should work. Are you kidding me? How about 18? All right, there they are. Okay? All right. That looks like it's working. Now, for the original array, that's all we want to do is print that out. Now, I want to be able to combine some stuff here. So I've got this call to display original array. I'm going to call display array. And I'm going to pass into it copy. Not doppy, copy. Try it again. Copy. All right, so this is going to become display array. And this is going to be int array name. Int bracket bracket array name. All right. Now I should be able to just grab that for loop and display it. So let's see if indeed that works. Let's just call this A for array. Okay. Dot add. And that'll be A LCV. Okay. All right. Now, display array, display copy array. No, I won't need this. All right. So I should have my numbers. And if I click original array, it just basically, oh, I forgot to, it should be showing them again. But I forgot to clear it. You know, we're doing that more than once, I think. So we can call this clear array. Clear list box. Okay. So let's clear the list box here too. All right. Give me an error. Let's fix it. Missing a semicolon. Clear list box. I put a colon there. Should fix that. Yep. There they are. If I click original array, that just printed it again. All right, so let's do the sort ascending next. And we're going to use copy dot array dot sort copy. And then we will call again, we will call display array and we're going to pass it copy. All right, so let's see if that works. There's our original, and if we sort ascending, it is an ascending, but again, we forgot to clear the array, so we have to always be clearing that first. So clear list box, not the array, clear list box. So let's try it again. There's our original array. It looks like 5, 2 should be near the top when we do this. 2, 3, 5, so that's working. All right, now that original array is not working, but that's okay. We'll fix that in just a moment. So that's the sort ascending. Let's do the sort descending next. Okay, now when we call the original, display the array, that should not be that. That should be numbers. All right, so we should now have the original array 64232 ascending, descending, 64232. All right, now we'll do smallest, largest, sum, and average. So for smallest, I am going to call sort array ascending. And then I am going to do a message box. The smallest array element. In fact, let's write our own routine. So we'll call show message, and we'll pass it in a message. In this case, it'll be the smallest array element is plus, and that'll be sort array ascending. And we're going to have to make sure that yeah, it is copy, so that's good. So that should be copy 0. That should be done. We got to write show message, so let's write that. Private void show message, message, string message, string, title. Message box dot show MSG title, and these are good because they're not errors, so information is good. IntelliSense is a nice thing sometimes. So there's that. So we are going to call here show message. The smallest is going to be this, and we have to also give it a title. Smallest array element. So there's that. For the largest, we are going to call sort array descending. And this will be the largest array element. And it'll say largest. Now we need the sum, and we need the average, and we're finished. All right. So for the sum, use our old friend, the for loop here. Let's make a variable called sum, int sum equals 0. We don't need to do anything as far as somehow I lost a curly brace. There we go. All right, so sum plus equal copy LCV. Doesn't matter if I use copy or the original, so I can use copy here. It's totally fine. And then I want one of those calls to the message box, show message. Right there. Nope. Try it again. The sum of all array elements is, and that'll be sum dot, we don't even need a dot to string, it'll work without it, but okay. And this will say sum of all array elements all right. Now, when we do the average, it's a little bit funky because we'll need the sum. So there's different ways that I can do this. All right. And one way is I can do everything in here. So rather than having an average of array elements like this, I'm going to call sum of array elements again. But I'm going to pass it the number 2. Why? Watch, please. Okay. And when I call it here, I'm going to pass it a number 1. And I'm going to say here int num. All right. So there's the sum. If num equal 1, then we do want this. We want to print out the sum. Else, if num equal 2, now what we want to do is we want to say, I'm going to make a decimal here, call it AVG and set it equal to 0.00M. And I'm going to say AVG equals, cast the sum as a decimal, sum divided by copy.length. And then we'll do our show message. AVG this will be AVG. This we will want to put the 2 decimal places into. Believe it or not, I think I'm done. That went pretty quick because that's only 37 minutes. Now let's double check it and then we'll go back and look at the entire thing. So file, save all. All right. There it is. There's our original array. So 2, 3, 5, 5. When we sort it ascending, 2, 3, 5, 5. 96, 93, 89, 89 when we go descending. Looks good. Smallest should be 2. It is. Largest should be 96. And it is. The sum, I mean, we could manually do this, but the sum should be somewhere around 1250, which is the number 50 times 25, which is the number of elements. So 1080, okay. And 1080 divided by 25 should be about 43 point something, 43.4 or something like that. 43.2. All right. Clear works. And I think when I clear, I'll want new numbers in here. All right. So when I call clear, we'll call fill array after that. So where is, that's clear. List box, where is clear? Exit clear. Items.clear. And then let's call fill array. So let's try that again. There's our original, ascending, descending, smallest, largest, sum, average, clear, we get new numbers, and exit. You know what? I want to do a couple more things in here. All right, why? Because we can, and it'll allow me to show you a few things. So, I am going to come in here and do this. I am going to widen this out just for a second. I'm going to grab these two, and I'm going to move them over here. And then I'm also going to get the range, the median, and we'll be able to search. So let's okay, it looks a little funky now. Give me a second if you would. Let's spread this out a little more. It doesn't look too bad. All right. So we're going to be coming in here and adding 4 more buttons. All right, 3 more buttons. I think we already got the clear and the exit. So let's lock this. All right. We're going to call this one range. And that'll be pretty easy. BTN range. All right, and this will say range on it. This will be median. Wait a minute. BTN exit, BTN cleared. BTN range, this will be BTN median. All right, oops, that's wrong. This will be BTN median, and this will just say median. All right, and this one will say search. All right. Let's see. Let's first of all, I'm going to put an ampersand here. O, and this will be before the A. This will be before the D. This will be before the S. Before the L. I'll have this one before the U. This one will be before the V. The R. The M. The E. Do we have the E already? I don't think so. The L. And the X. Did we have to do that? Of course not. All right, I just did it. All right, we've already got all of this stuff done, except we don't have the range, the medium, and the search. So let's get those done. All right, and there's range, and I'm going to put range, I'm going to move the range and put it above my exit. There's the exit. There that is, and I'm going to call this just find the range. How about display array range, which doesn't exist, so let's make it. Now to do this, it's actually pretty simple. All right, we can sort the array if we want. We can do it basically whatever we want. But the easiest way is probably to sort it. So I could call this sort, but I don't want to. I'm just going to do it again here. So I'm going to say array.sort copy. And I'm going to put a number in here, int range. And range is going to be equal to copy subs 25, which is going to be the biggest number, minus copy 0. And we'll do another one of our show messages. And we'll say the range of all array elements is range Okay, let's try that and see if it works. And that should be capitalized. All right, so File, Save All. Click Range. Done like something. Oh, that should have been not 25, but 24. Oh, Jeff. 24. My fault. How about this? Numbers minus 1. Why wouldn't it like that? Copy minus 1, I think, would work. Copy minus 1. Why doesn't it like that? Plus. How about this? The size of the array. So copy dot size, copy dot length minus 1. That'll work. All right, so let's try that. Range. The range is 95. Oh, I thought that we put it in order. So let's double check. I don't like that at all. Array.sort. Copy. Isn't that how we sorted it? Yeah. Array.sort, copy. And I'm going to display it right away. All right. And then we will take the length minus 1 minus the first one. Let's see if that works. This is not correct. Well, one thing we did not do here is we did not come back here and clear the list box. Let's do that. All right, 100 minus 4 is 96. That is our range. All right. Now, for the median, we want to do this, and we want to grab the number sort of in the middle, which is really 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So in here it'd be 31. All right. Now I'm looking at this, and I was just thinking, this array.sort, we are doing it a bunch of times. So I am violating the dry principle, and I don't like that, but I'm just going to leave it the way it is. So here's the median. I'm going to move this also. So I'm going to move that so it's right under the range. All right. So again, I'm going to do another, just what we did here with the all of this stuff. I'm going to grab everything from here because there's very few changes I'm going to have to make. All right, so int, we'll call it median. Clear, sort, display, median equals copy 13. So the median is median. And that'll be median as well. All right, so file, save all. Range is 98 minus 2, 96, and the median should be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, it should be that 12. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so this shouldn't be 13, it should be 12. says it's 43. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's working. All right. So we've got almost everything done. We just don't have the search done. Now, I want to show you something I think, for lack of better words, in my opinion, is kind of cool. All right. Because to search, we're going to ask the user what number they want to search for. There's not an easy way. You can do it. You can do it with the equivalent of a message box, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to right mouse click on here and I'm going to choose add and I'm going to go to reference. All right. And then in here, I'm going to type in Microsoft.Visual Basic because I want to use Visual Basic. So I'm going to click there and click on that. That added Visual Basic. So I now have Visual Basic things available in my program. And is that cool? I'm going to show you why I think it's cool. Now there might even be a way to do this even just as well in C#, but I'm just showing it to you here. So now I can say using Microsoft.Visual Basic. And I can bring that in. All right, I'm not using it yet, but I will be in just a second. So the only one that's left is search. I'm again going to move this. And I'm going to put it right below the median. All right, so this will be called search for array element. Again, it hasn't been written, which is why I'm getting the error. So private void search for array element. You'll notice if you look, every single one of these routines that I've written here, they're all void. None of them are returning anything. I'm just printing the stuff out or changing the list box right there. Could this be done other ways? Sure. Could this be done better than the way I'm doing it? I'm sure it could. All right. So what I want to do, and I don't remember how to do it, so I'm going to search how to use input box in Visual Basic. Input box function. So there'll be an example here someplace. There it is. All right, so this will be, I'm going to grab all of this, message, title, and default. So I'm going to put it here. All right, I'm going to grab all that. I'm going to have to make some changes to this, but that's fine. So don't worry about it. This will be display dialog box at a certain position. All right, so this will be string, we'll call it search value. All right, equals input box. We'll set up a message and a title right here. So string message equal enter number to search for. String title equal search for array element. All right, so we now have all of this. Don't worry about the default. We're going to fix that in a minute. Here it says generate the method. Can't remember how to do this, but we're going to figure it out. So input box. The name input box does not exist. That isn't right either. It's Microsoft Microsoft dot Visual Basic dot, I thought it started with an I, interaction? I don't know if it's interaction. We'll find out. Dot interaction equal input box. I guess it wasn't interaction. It's a type, but it's used like a variable. Okay. Default. I don't think I want that, but I will want this and that. All right, I've got to remember what this is. So, how to use input Visual Basic input box in a C# program. Again, you can do it. So add the DLL. It's interaction.input box. See, it was interaction. All right, I just didn't need this stuff. There. All right, now what doesn't it like here? From int to string. Okay, I don't know what this is supposed to be here with the default. So prompt title default x coordinate y coordinate. Only the first argument for prompt is mandatory. Yeah, I understand that. But I want to use default. I don't remember what it is, but the next thing, I'm going to put default there. Just going to put default here. See if it takes that. All right, I don't know if I don't have the code in yet, but let's see if this works. Search, enter number to search for. Perfect. All right, and this is where we want it to go. So let's try like 450, 450. See where that takes us. I want it to go here. That's about the right place, but I've got to move it over more. All right, so almost right. Let's make it about 800. How about 825? That's pretty damn good. Pardon my French. All right, now this is, we want to put in a number here. And if we find it, we want it to tell us that it's in the array. And if we don't find it, we want it to tell us that it's not in the array. We'll search the original. In fact, to do this, the array has to be in sorted order. So we'll have to sort it first. All right, so why don't we do that first? We'll call sort array ascending. We'll do that first, and then we'll display it. All right, now we've got this. All right. So this is the search value. All right, So I'm going to come in here and say, I don't like doing all this, but I'm going to anyway. Bool result int SV for search value. All right, I'm going to say result equals decimal dot try parse. I don't want a decimal. I want an int 32 dot try parse, and I want to do search value, and I want to put it into SV. If not result, or result is less than, did we put minimum and a maximum in here? We didn't. So I'm just going to use, I'm going to put them in myself. Up at the top, const int min equals 1, const int max equal 100. All right. Now, when we come in here and we are doing the random numbers, I don't remember where that is. That's down on the bottom. Don't worry, we'll fix that in a minute. Instead of this, we'll use min and max. All right, that'll work just fine. Now, if not result, or if search value, not search value, SV, or SV is less than min, the search value, or SV is greater than max, we're going to do a regular message box here, dot show, and it's going to say illegal search value entered. Please try again. Attempt at illegal search. We want our buttons, and we want this to be an error. And then we just want to return. So if you come in here and you put something non-numeric, or leave it blank, or put in a number less than 1, or put in a number that is greater than 100, all right, we're just going to tell you that you shouldn't do this. Otherwise, we'll search. So here, perform search. So if our search value is actually equal to copy LCV, we found a match. So what the, oh, that's SV, not search value. So if that's it, we found a match. Well, we'll just put a this. We'll say again a message box dot show the number So the number is in the array. We could even go further and tell you where in the array it was. Okay, we can do that, but I don't even want to. It's just in there. All right, so after we do that, we can then return. If we get all the way out and we didn't find it, we're going to say is not in the array. And I'm not screwing around here with any icons or anything. It's just either going to say it's there or it's not there. Let's see if this works. All right, so we will search. All right, let's search for 61. The number 61 is in the array. Let's search again for 66, which is not there. Is not in the array. Let's search again and put in something that's non-numeric. Illegal search value entered. Please try again. Okay. And let's put in something that's out of range. Should get the same message. And let's try 0. All right, as far as I can tell, everything here is now working. All right, we'll do this in class, I think. I love this program. I don't know why, but I just do. All right, so that's it for this lecture.